I plead the third.
Fair law and order.
I played the third.
Third? Third amendment.
Yeah, you can't stop and ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
And there's nothing you can do about it. Give me your name and badge number. Get back. Stop that music. I'm in a public place. I can film whatever I can see. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime. Photography is not a crime.
Welcome to the John Ligato Show. I'm John Ligato. A routine traffic stop. But what's routine, right? So the officers observed the driver and passenger arguing about open liquor containers in the car.
Okay, we got open container here earlier, so...
it's not.
So you want to try again, or you want to keep acting like this?
I'll take the ticket, honestly, because I'm not giving out.
Okay, well...
What's up? Why didn't you... What happened to your buddy?
I'm not answering questions.
Hey,
Oh, you're not answering questions? Neither am I, honestly.
Just give us 1 second, okay, man?
What's your idea?
I said I'm not answering questions if you're not answering questions. You want to be a dick about it, I'll be a dick about it. No, bro. Because I pay taxes here, so I pay your salary.
You know, frauditors claim that their tax dollars allows them to enter any public building and that police officers work directly for them. Well, all government buildings are officially designated as property of another, meaning that no particular citizen, by nature of paying taxes, has any special rights to access or control a building. And in that same manner, a county clerk or police officer may be a public servant, but not a servant of any particular citizen by virtue of their tax monies.
Because I pay taxes here, so I pay your salary.
You have two options here.
Go fuck yourself. I'll go to jail.
Okay.
That's my option. Let's go.
You want to go to jail?
Yeah. For what? Not IDing myself?
Yeah.
This is America.
This is America, and even this maggot has his constitutional rights. So allow him to enlighten us on the amendment which allows him not to ID.
I plead the third.
Fair law and order.
I played the third.
Third?
Third?
Third amendment.
Yeah, you can't stop and ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
I'm with 111.
You want me to look it up for you?
The third amendment. You mean the fifth amendment?
No.
What's your idea?
Third Amendment.
What's your name?
I don't have one. The Third Amendment of the Constitution places restriction on quartering soldiers in private homes without consent.
You're not quartering anybody here.
You can't stop me and ID me.
Yeah, the sad truth is that our constitutional scholar here actually believes that the Third Amendment, which prohibits troops from occupying private homes, as the British did in the Revolutionary War, also applies to stop and ID now.
You have two options, dude. You're IDing or you're gonna hem up. You pick.
Let's hem me up. Because then what are you going to do when you hem me up for what?
For open container? Misrep?
That's not arrestable. Write me my ticket.
It's a arrestable offense, buddy.
Okay, let's go. Because, bro, I'm not giving him my ID, bro.
We're right around the corner from your house.
I'm not giving him my ID.
You're gonna have to ID yourself, buddy.
No, I don't. I know the law. I don't have to ID. Call your sergeant, man. Call your sergeant.
You know the law?
Because he's going to see my face and he's
you-
going to know who I am.
Auditors falsely believe that they somehow achieve celebrity status, where everybody knows their name, by virtue of multiple arrests. Well, the sergeant does arrive, but he's no fan of Third Amendment guy.
Call your sergeant.
You go on TikTok law?
Call your sergeant.
Okay.
No, I have law from, I've been to jail 40 times.
This guy seems proud of his accomplishments, which is being an incompetent crook who's been caught 40 times.
Call your sergeant.
You know the law?
Because he's going to see my face and he's
you-
going to know who I am. I've been to jail 40 times.
I'm going to grab my registration.
Yeah, you can grab your registration.
Call your sergeant.
I'm going to give it to him.
Well, the driver concedes to provide his registration, but our constitutional scholar...
I plead the third.
Fair law and order.
I played the third.
Third?
Third?
Third amendment.
Yeah, you can't stop and ID me. I haven't done anything wrong.
He's not IDing.
He's not ID'd, but does he have the duty to ID since he's a passenger in the car?
You're driving along and you're the passenger in a vehicle. You could be in the passenger seat, you could be in the back seat if there is one, and the police pull over the vehicle you're in, but you are not the driver. Say this traffic stop happens where you're in the passenger seat, driver's in the driver's seat. Two police officers walk up on both sides of the car, and the windows happen to be down. Police officer asks the driver, "May I see your driver's license?" Police officer on the passenger side says to you anything. "Who are you? May I see your driver's license?" You have the absolute right to just sit there. And I would argue and say that while I would suggest the driver may have some things to say to the police officer, you as a passenger are certainly within your rights to just look at the cop and just, no, there's nothing to talk about. Because as far as you know, it just appears to be a random or a routine traffic stop.
So that scenario is pretty much what happened in this instance. There was a traffic stop. Cop walks up to the driver's open window. Another officer walks up to our passenger and requests his ID. He refuses, which is within his right.
He's not IDing.
But what happens when police discover that the driver...
What's up?
Got a warrant and no license. And then...
You want to just place him in cuffs?
The driver has a warrant.
Because
103, 106.
He's got I messed up.
Keep two over.
Well, first he was screaming, and he has that beer bottle. I said, "I need your ID." He goes, "I don't know. I don't know what's wrong with my name." He goes, "I'll just take the ticket." And I said, "Well, for that to happen, like I don't know what the argument is here, but
He's like Third Amendment, buddy. It's like to quartering soldiers.
you tell him it is true though. We are not quartering soldiers.
Yeah, we're not quartering soldiers, buddy. Hi, bud. What's up? Last try.
Call Sarge.
Sarge's on his way, buddy. Well, last try. You got your ID or social on you?
I might.
All right. What's the information?
I don't know it off the top of my head. Honestly, sorry.
What's your name and date of birth?
I don't know it.
All right.
The supervisor arrives.
All right, man, how about for me? Okay? How about? Because you're under arrest. Get out. Get out. You give me your ID.
You got two options. You either get out on your own or I'll rip you out the fucking car.
Yeah, what did I do?
Let's go.
Face the car. Face the car.
For what?
305 to 332.
What am I getting charged with?
Open container. Failure to ID.
Okay, so like two different random charges.
Yeah, you want to go to jail now or you want to go home?
I don't care, dude. Okay. So if you want to violate my rights, then we can go to jail.
You got anything on this post that harmless?
I don't know. Check. Frisk me, because
We have rights.
yeah. Do I have rights?
Yeah.
So even though the passenger doesn't have an active warrant, but we really don't know that because the reasonable suspicion has jacked up to the point of the passenger having to ID. Let's look at it. Number one, there was the original traffic stop, the infraction. Number two, there's open containers. Number three, the passenger's own admission to 40 arrest. Number four, the passenger's aggressive, defiant behavior. Number five, the driver had a warrant, so it is incumbent at this point to identify the passenger to determine if he has a warrant. Taken as a whole, the police can take this individual into custody based on two of the barometers of RAS, reasonable articulable suspicion, and they are:
What am I getting charged with?
Open container. Failure to ID.
You got anything on this post that harmless?
I don't know. Check. Frisk me.
frisk me. Just for the record, anytime law enforcement makes an arrest, they are legally bound to search the person. It's called search incident to arrest. I mean, the last thing you want is them in the back seat of your car or at the jail with a weapon hidden inside their belt.
Oh yeah, that's a violation of my rights. That's not a weapon. That's not a weapon. You're taking all the shit out of my pocket. For what?
We already told you.
Arrestable offense of what?
Arrestable offense for what?
Yeah. What's arrestable offense? Failure to ID? That's not an arrestable offense.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm not driving. I'm a passenger in a vehicle.
You still gotta ID yourself when you
No,
have
I don't.
In most cases, when a vehicle is stopped, the driver is the target of the seizure and the passenger is collaterally seized by the officer conducting the stop, which often begs the question, can a passenger be detained during a traffic stop? The short answer is yes. In 2019, the Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals held that a demand for a passenger's identification is not part of the mission of a traffic stop. However, there are certain circumstances which may grant officers the authority to demand a passenger to identify themselves. If an officer has a reasonable suspicion that a passenger has committed, is committing, or is about to commit a crime, then he may require them to identify themselves.
Auditors use the term reasonable suspicion all the time, but reasonable suspicion is not probable cause because probable cause involves facts and circumstances, where RAS merely requires suspicion of a crime based on that officer's experience. A passenger's behavior, in his own words, provides sufficient suspicion that he needs to be ID'd.
They may be required to produce identification. For example, if an officer approaches a stopped vehicle and notices
there are open containers, there's a warrant for the driver, the passenger had 40 previous arrests and was evasive, aggressive, and non-cooperative, that officer can now demand ID. This guy's a growing number of men who watch some videos, speak with other idiots, and are bestowed University of Google law degrees. But they missed a few classes.
I plead the third. I played the third.
Third amendment.
Yeah.
And the classes he missed was the difference between the Fifth and Third Amendment. The Fifth Amendment, which is the right to remain silent, and the Third Amendment, which is when British troops want to live rent-free in your home. What's the bottom line here? Well, this idiot is sadly influencing like-minded idiots who believe that all law enforcement officers are tyrants. And I don't see the pendulum swinging back anytime soon. Now, that's my take on it. What's yours? John Ligato Show is being broadcast from outside the gates of Marine Corps Base Camp Lejeune in beautiful North Carolina. If you like the show, hit share, hit like. Semper Fidelis.